what if the Earth's strongest creatures faced off? Who would survive? In every corner of our planet, from the frozen peaks of the Himalayas to the crushing depths of the Pacific Ocean, nature has been shaping its own gladiators. Warriors built not by steel or fire, but by evolution itself. Welcome to Animal Ranking Hub, where we explore the fiercest, most powerful, and most awe-inspiring creatures that walk, crawl, swim, and fly across our world. Today, we step into nature's grand arena, a battleground where strength means survival, and every contender has earned its place through centuries of adaptation and dominance. But what does strength truly mean in the wild? Is it the brute force of a predator's bite, the endurance of a giant's muscles, or the sheer willpower to outlast all odds? In the next few minutes, we will witness 10 of Earth's most formidable champions, each a masterpiece of power and instinct. From titanic land beasts that can crush trees beneath their feet, to small, unassuming creatures whose strength defies imagination. These are nature's gladiators. Stay until the end, because the creature that claims the #1 spot will challenge everything you thought you knew about power. Subscribe to Animal Ranking Hub now, and join us as we enter the ultimate contest of strength, where legends are born, and only the strongest survive. Top 10. The Grizzly Bear, the Northern Titan. In the wild frontiers of North America, where the forests stretch endlessly and rivers cut through ancient stone, one creature reigns as both guardian and predator: the grizzly bear. With shoulders like mountains and claws sharp as daggers, the grizzly embodies raw, untamed power. It can lift more than 500 kilograms, crush the spine of a moose with a single strike, and outrun a galloping horse. If only for a few seconds. This is not mere muscle, it is nature's engineering at its finest. Every inch of the grizzly's frame is designed for survival: dense bone, coiled sinew, and an instinct sharpened by hunger and dominance. When it stands on its hind legs, towering over 3 meters high, it is not only a sight of terror but of majesty. Few dare to challenge it, and those who do seldom walk away. In its world, the grizzly answers to no one. But imagine, if this titan of the northern wilderness were to face the predators of Africa or the giants of the sea, how would it fare? In this grand arena of nature's gladiators, the grizzly takes its place as the embodiment of brute terrestrial strength, a reminder that even on land, power wears many faces. Top 9. The tiger, the silent emperor of the jungle. Deep within the dense jungles of Asia, where the air hangs heavy with mist and mystery, prowls one of nature's most perfect hunters, the tiger. It moves like a whisper through the shadows, unseen, unheard, until it decides to strike. And when it does, the jungle itself seems to hold its breath. The tiger's strength is not in its roar, but in its silence. Weighing up to 300 kilograms, its muscular frame delivers a killing force capable of toppling prey twice its size. Its bite pressure rivals that of the great grizzly, while its claws, retractable and razor-sharp, tear through flesh with surgical precision. Unlike lions who rule through pride and numbers, the tiger is a solitary monarch, a lone emperor ruling an empire of trees and silence. Every hunt is personal, every victory earned alone. When it pounces, it explodes with a power so sudden that even time seems to pause. If the grizzly is the mountain's brute force, the tiger is the jungle's blade, precise, patient, and merciless. In the grand arena of nature's gladiators, it represents the perfect fusion of stealth and strength, a reminder that true power doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers before it strikes. Top 8. The gorilla, the gentle giant of power high in the mist-covered mountains of Central Africa, where the forest breathes with ancient life, leaves a creature whose presence commands silence, the gorilla. Massive, muscular, yet astonishingly calm, this primate is a paradox of strength and serenity. A dominant silverback can weigh over 200 kilograms, yet move through the forest with the grace of a dancer. Its arms, thick as small trees, can generate over 10 times the strength of an average human, enough to bend iron or lift nearly a metric ton if tested. And yet, the gorilla rarely fights without reason. It is a guardian, a father, a protector of its family, leading not with aggression, but with authority. When challenged, its roar echoes like thunder across the canopy, a sound not of rage, but of warning. Few ever test it twice, because beneath that calm exterior lies the raw, primal power of evolution's finest design, the perfect blend of intelligence, empathy, and might. If the tiger is nature's silent assassin, the gorilla is its noble warrior, built not merely to destroy, but to defend. In the vast arena of nature's gladiators, the gorilla stands as a testament to a truth often forgotten, that the strongest hearts are often the kindest. Top 7. The African elephant, the titan of the savannah. Across the golden plains of Africa, beneath a burning sun, walks a living monument of strength, the African elephant. Towering over nearly every creature it meets, weighing up to 6 tons, it is nature's true colossus, a symbol of both might and majesty. With a single sweep of its trunk, it can uproot a tree. Its tusks, carved from generations of survival, can pierce through bark, stone, or even steel. And yet, behind this overwhelming power lies a heart guided by wisdom. Elephants are among the most intelligent beings on Earth, creatures that grieve, remember, and love. When a herd moves, the ground trembles, not out of fear, but out of respect, for here marches the matriarch, a leader whose strength lies not in violence, but in unity. Still, when threatened, the elephant becomes unstoppable, capable of flipping vehicles, crushing predators, and charging with a force few can withstand. In nature's grand arena, the African elephant stands not merely as a warrior, but as a king, a gentle giant whose power is matched only by its grace. It reminds us that true strength doesn't always seek to dominate. Sometimes it simply walks quietly through the dust, carrying the wisdom of the earth upon its shoulders. Top 6. The crocodile, the ancient predator. In the murky waters of tropical rivers, where time itself seems to have stopped, an ancient killer waits. The crocodile, a creature unchanged for over 200 million years, is not merely strong. It is power perfected by patience. With jaws capable of delivering a bite force exceeding 30,700 pounds per square inch, it holds the record as the most powerful bite in the animal kingdom. Bones shatter, flesh tears, and yet there is no malice, only instinct. For the crocodile does not hunt for sport, it hunts to endure. Every ripple in the water is its weapon. Its armored skin, dense and unyielding, shrugs off attacks that would cripple lesser creatures. When it strikes, it does so with explosive precision, twisting and rolling in a death spiral that few escape. And when it drags its prey beneath the surface, silence follows. A silence that has ruled rivers since the age of dinosaurs. The crocodile is a living fossil, a reminder of a world before mankind, when survival belonged to the patient, the cunning, and the merciless. In nature's grand coliseum, it is the embodiment of ancient dominance, a warrior that has never lost its crown. Top 5. The eagle. The sky's relentless warrior high above the clouds, where the air thins and the world below fades into mist, rules a predator forged for the heavens, the eagle. Its wings stretch wide like banners of power, carrying it effortlessly across miles of open sky. To watch it fly is to witness dominance in its purest, most graceful form. An eagle's grip can crush with more than 400 pounds of force, enough to snap bone and capture prey many times its own weight. Its vision is 8 times sharper than that of a human, capable of spotting a hare from nearly 2 miles away. Up here in the endless expanse of blue, it reigns supreme. When it dives, it becomes a missile of muscle and precision, stooping at speeds over 150 miles per hour, striking its target before the victim even realizes it's been chosen. No roar, no growl, only the scream of wind and the inevitability of death. The eagle is not the largest of nature's gladiators, nor the most brutal, but it is unmatched in mastery, power guided by perfect control. In the grand arena of life, it represents the majesty of precision, the poetry of strength. It reminds us that even in the skies, there is a throne, and the eagle sits upon it. Top 4. The ox beetle. The tiny titan beneath our feet, hidden in the soil and under the fallen leaves, lives one of nature's most astonishing powerhouses, the ox beetle. It may not roar, leap, or hunt, but in the silent world of insects, this tiny warrior reigns supreme. What it lacks in size, it makes up for in sheer, unbelievable strength. An ox beetle can lift and carry objects up to 850 times its own body weight, the human equivalent of lifting 6 double-decker buses. Its horned head, shaped like a miniature battering ram, is used to battle rivals for territory and mates. Every push, every clash, is a display of raw mechanical force on a microscopic scale. To the untrained eye, it's just another insect crawling through the dirt. But to nature, it is proof of perfection in design, a creature whose entire body is built for leverage, endurance, and determination. In this grand arena, the ox beetle may be small, but it teaches us a humbling lesson, that greatness is not measured in mass, but in proportion. For among nature's gladiators, even the smallest can stand among giants, carrying the weight of the world, one grain of sand at a time. Top 3. The saltwater crocodile, the apex of two worlds, where the river meets the sea, in waters that shift between calm and chaos, lurks a creature that has ruled both realms for over 200 million years, the saltwater crocodile. It is the largest living reptile on Earth, reaching lengths of more than 20 feet and weighing over a ton. This is not merely an animal, it is an empire of muscle, patience, and precision. With a bite force of over 3,900 pounds per square inch, it can crush the skull of a buffalo in a single motion. Its stealth is unmatched, a silent shadow gliding through murky water, invisible until the moment it strikes. Then, in an explosion of power, it drags its prey beneath the surface, locking jaws in a grip from which there is no return. Unlike its freshwater cousins, the saltwater crocodile can travel miles across oceans, patrolling coasts and estuaries like a living battleship. It is adaptable, relentless, and utterly fearless. A survivor from an age when monsters ruled the earth. In the gladiatorial ranks of nature, this beast stands near the top, a reminder that evolution's oldest warriors are often its most perfected. For even time itself has failed to dethrone the saltwater crocodile, the eternal sovereign of both land and sea. Top 2. The anaconda, the silent constrictor. In the shadowed rivers of the Amazon, where sunlight barely touches the surface, a silent giant glides through the water, unseen, unheard, unstoppable. This is the green anaconda, the heaviest and most powerful snake on Earth. Its body, thick as a man's torso, can stretch over 30 feet long and weigh nearly 500 pounds. Pure, coiling muscle shaped by the currents of time. The anaconda does not chase, it waits. Still as a fallen branch, it feels the vibration of life in the water, the soft tremor of a capybara, a caiman, even a jaguar foolish enough to drink too close. And then, with terrifying speed, it strikes. It wraps itself around its prey, every coil tightening like an iron vise. No fangs, no venom, only the slow, inevitable crush of power. Within moments, the struggle ends, swallowed whole by silence and shadow. The anaconda is not a killer driven by rage, but by purpose. Its strength is patient, its dominion quiet, a power that neither needs to roar nor to rush. In the grand arena of nature's gladiators, it stands as the master of control, the silent reminder that true dominance often comes not from chaos, but from calm. Top 1. The dung beetle, the unlikely king of strength. In the quiet corners of the savannah, beneath the hooves of giants and the shadows of predators, moves a creature so small, so humble, that few would ever call it mighty. And yet, it is the strongest animal on Earth. This is the dung beetle. Barely an inch long, it can lift and roll objects more than 1,100 times its own body weight, the human equivalent of pulling 6 fully loaded buses uphill. With legs like tiny pistons and a spirit that never yields, it turns waste into survival, chaos into purpose. By day, it battles the blazing sun and rivals many times its size. By night, it navigates using the stars, the only known insect to do so. Every movement, every struggle, is a testament to nature's greatest paradox, that true strength is not found in size, but in determination. The dung beetle does not roar, fly, or fight for glory. It simply endures, tirelessly rolling its burden, shaping life from decay. And in doing so, it claims its crown quietly, without fanfare. In this grand coliseum of nature's gladiators, amid beasts that crush, tear, and devour, the smallest of them all stands tallest, the dung beetle, the humble king of strength. Across every continent, beneath every sky, the story of power takes many forms. The grizzly's brute might, the tiger's perfect precision, the gorilla's noble heart. Each of nature's gladiators fights its own battle, not for fame, not for conquest, but for life itself. We often think of strength as something we can see, muscle, size, dominance. But in the wild, strength wears many faces. It can be silent, like the anaconda's patience, gentle, like the elephant's wisdom, or small, like the dung beetle's quiet perseverance. Together, they remind us of a truth older than mankind, that survival is not won by the loudest roar, nor by the sharpest claw, but by the will to adapt, endure, and keep moving forward. Every creature, great or small, holds a piece of nature's power within it. And in understanding them, we understand ourselves, our instincts, our resilience, our place in the endless struggle of life. So, as the sun sets on this arena of giants and titans, remember, true strength isn't measured by how much we can take, but by how much we can carry with purpose and grace. Thank you for joining us on this journey through nature's gladiators. If you enjoyed exploring the hidden powers of Earth's mightiest creatures, subscribe to Animal Ranking Hub and continue discovering the wonders, mysteries, and battles of the natural world. Because in nature, the contest never ends. And the next champion may already be waiting just beyond the horizon.